Good morning, beautiful people. It is Deanna, your fave stylist, back doing another awesome video for you guys. This particular video today, as you see in my at-home office, okay? So, my video before, because I have not done one like this before, where I actually go live and take my hair out. And so the reason that I'm doing this video is because I have clients that get crochet weaves, and they are often confused and concerned about how they should take their hair out. And when I explain it to them, I think that it's easy and that you don't have a lot of problems with it. But I've come to learn that sometimes it could be a little bit more difficult for somebody that's not a hairstylist. Because, of course, I'm the hairstylist. I know how I put it in, I know exactly where to go to get the pieces out. So if you're not someone that either does your own, if you're not someone that either does your own crochet hair or seen someone do crochet hair, then it can be a little bit difficult trying to figure out how to get it out. So this is a beautiful crochet weave that was done by Jessica Williams at Melvira's Hair Studio about 3 or 4, I'm lying, about 2 weeks ago. And it was actually to hold me over until I got my hair color done, because my hair is in this awkward state where it's like it was about this long when we cut my locks off, but now it's about this long, and I like it to stick up whenever I wear it out crinkly, and it's not sticking up no more. It's kind of laying down where it wants to. So I've been experimenting with some hair weaves and things like that, and I like doing that because it gives me an opportunity to experience the things that my clients experience when they get their hair done with us. So without further ado, I'm going to get into taking my hair down so that you guys can see how easy it is, okay? Now, when Jesse and I did this hairstyle, we pulled all my hair up into a bun right up under here. And then we crocheted hair down to like the ponytail and to the hair that's actually smoothed down into the ponytail. And then we added these two accent braids just to kind of give it a little more character. And then we braided it up into the back. These accent braids actually go all the way from the sides up into the bun. So today what we're going to do, we're going to take this hairstyle down, okay? So we have bobby pins in it. So the first thing you want to do is take your bobby pins out. My hair is kinky, super tightly coiled, whatever you want to call it. And so it's good to take a break. I think protective styles are more. More is less when it comes to African textured hair or curly hair. It doesn't like to be played in all the time, every day. And if you are doing that, then you should definitely be gentle with it, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to do, because I am not going to reuse this weave because it's free flowing hair. And what I mean by free flowing hair is that you can pull through it. It's like regular hair. You know, you can run your fingers through it to some extent, of course, because it's curly and it's synthetic hair. Okay. So I'm not going to reuse this hair. There's no reusing this hair. So that gives me permission to go in and cut it. So that's what I'm going to do. I have my scissors, and I'm going to go in. And this is just going to make it a lot easier to not have to struggle through to get to the knots at the bottom, or the little nodules where you actually have tied the crochets, okay? I've got a few bobby pins left in here. This is a first ever video, people, but I think that it's important because I do have a few clients who constantly have issues and problems with taking down their own hair. So I just want to show them how easy it can be to do this. All right, so we have my hair wrapped up in a bun in here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the ponytail holder off of the bun. And of course, it may get tangled a little bit, but this is all weave. We just kind of crocheted wherever we could get hair into it, okay? So now, this is going to be easy because all we have to do is pull the crochet out. Now, when you do crochet braids, you take the crochet needle, you loop it under, and then you hook the hair onto it, you pull it back through, and then you tie it. You loop it over that loop. So this is hair that's been looped in. So I go down to the bottom, and just that easy, I go in, find the loop, tug the loop a little, and boom, pull it out just like that. So that's all I'm going to do is go through, pull my hair pieces out one at a time, very gently. You don't want to be pulling and snagging on your hair. If it's something that gets caught up, grab the scissors and cut it. But just make sure that you place your hands in a position to where you're protecting your hair so that you don't cut your actual hair. And by that, I mean you grab, you pull up the weave and you press down at the bottom. And because you know that your hair is bound down to your head, so your hair is not going to be mixed up in any of the hair that's sticking up into the weave. And if it is, that means that your braids were not secure for your crochet if your entire head or foundation was braided for your crochets, and that your hairstylist did not secure the end of your braids properly. So I can see how some people may want to not cut because they may be afraid that some of the ends of their braids may be mixed within the actual weave. That does happen sometimes, but you just got to go through and fill it out. So when you're taking down crochets, don't feel like it's a rush or a race or anything like that. More than anything, you really want to be careful. And if something gets tangled like this right here because the hair has gotten older and I can't really get this out, I will simply come in, pull, oh wait, just keep gently tugging it and it actually comes out. Now this hairstyle is not your traditional crochet. This is one of the versions of a braidless crochet, which means that we did not do a foundation of braids to crochet down to. One of the crochets that we're going to do in the future, or I'm going to do in the future, is a braidless crochet using a net, because I want to crochet my entire head and get like this big curly Shaka Khan look. And I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I don't have any hair on the sides or any hair in the back. So I don't want to have to glue hair to my scalp. I don't really care for glue because I think it pulls your hair out. The hair glues really does. So now we're getting to a difficult part. Okay, I'm going to turn around so you guys can see what I'm doing in the back. I don't know if this is a good view. Okay, I think it is. So anyway, we've got this going around and braided up, and we crocheted hairs into this. So I've got to get this hair off, right? So I know that it's tied and there's a nodule. So I'm looking for the nodule. This is the nodule. Okay, so boom, just that easy. Okay, so we're just going through and pulling everything apart. It's sliding apart really, really easy. And I think that's because we didn't have it in braids, so it's not like really tied down or anything like that. The most important thing when you are loosening your hair is to make sure that you are not cutting your hair, pulling and tugging on your hair unnecessarily. You know, that is the main concern. So I do have a bottle of water. This is stuck. This is not my hair though, so I'm going to come through, hold my braid down with my fingers right here, and then I'm just going to cut right here. Okay, that's not my hair. That is the hair weave that we cut. So But I have a water bottle here and a bottle of my Design Essentials detangler that I like to use to detangle my hair before I get ready to shampoo it. Now for me, what's gonna happen is that tomorrow I'm going to get my hair colored purple. Okay, so we're going purple tomorrow. And this hairdo was designed for me to make it through to that hair appointment. The hair appointment was actually last week with Ariana, but I had to take care of some things, so we had to reschedule. Okay, so I've got my trash can right beside me that I'm putting my hair in, but it's all over the floor. So I hope that was a good visual of you guys to be able to see the back. I'm gonna look like a plucked chicken in a second. I hope this isn't the video that goes viral. But if it is, I hope that it is something that will educate people. So what's going on right now is that you can look here and see these are the hairs that we kind of crocheted into the ponytail. This is a very simple hairstyle for someone to do on themselves. When you really want a cute hairstyle, but you don't have a lot of time, you don't want to sit a whole hour to get braids done before you actually get your crochets put in. You can pull that bad boy up into a cute little bun, but don't just throw it up in a dry old unmoisturized bun. You want to pull it up into a bun that is clean so that you won't get to itching, because I don't know if you guys know, but whenever you pull your hair up into updos, this little space, the space that is receives the least amount of airflow, the least amount of light, is dark, and it is moist, and it is warm. So we have little microbes that are on our skin that live on us. We are our own individual little universes. So there's little communities of bacteria and stuff like that that just naturally reside on our skin. Some of them good and some of them bad, but most of them good. And when our hair and skin and scalp are in the right environments, meaning enough light and enough air, and it's clean and it's not like a warm, moist spot, then we oftentimes don't have to worry about things growing and making us itch and feel icky and smell smelly. But when you put your hair up, that does create an environment where you can get more itching because you have a spot right up under here that's been covered up with weave for the last 2 weeks. It's warm, it's dark, and it's moist. What is that? That is a perfect environment for bacteria to grow, for microbes to grow, good bacteria and bad bacteria alike. So we have to be mindful of that. And for that reason, I like to use a Design Essentials scalp tonic to go in there and clean my scalp up as much as I possibly can. Um, I was gonna do that this time, but the only reason I really was ready to get this hairstyle out is it's starting to itch, and I don't like to walk around doing this number and patting my head and whatnot. So I decided to just go ahead and take it out because I decided that every 3 months for this year, I am going to do a new hair color. So I'm really excited about that. The first one that I'm going to try is purple. It's going to be done by my stylist Ariana at Melvira's Hair Studio. She is becoming quite the color specialist here in Tucson, Arizona. She's really excited about color. It is one of the things that she's most passionate about. And we will actually be going live tomorrow on my Touchy Tuesday. And we'll be going over this new B3 complex, which is a bond builder. It helps to keep the integrity of your hair. And it also helps to prolong your hair color, and it just makes it a lot brighter, a lot more vibrant, and most of all, it just protects your hair from being damaged or over processed. Okay, so if you want to go from black to blonde in one day, you might be able to do it with the B3 complex. If you want to go brighter, lighter, redder, purpler, if purpler is a word, then you want to add B3 complex. All of our color services now include them, and for that reason, the prices have gone up because it's not an inexpensive product. So this is my hair bow holder. Okay, I don't want to struggle with it because I could go back and forth and just like undo it like this. Maybe we should. That's be easy. But I was about to clip it. But you know what? I like to save my hair bows as much as possible. I'm a bit frugal. Yes, I'm is. Okay. So this is my hair bow that I am going to save. Getting hair all over the place. So now I've got this. This is a ponytail. This is the actual braid that we put my hair in a bun and we braided it and wrapped it around. So that braid has all of these crochet hairs stuck to it, which I'm trying my best to pull out because I have already cut it down. So when you cut it down and you have free flowing hair weave like that, then it makes it a lot easier to take the crochet out. But so what I'm going to end up doing right now is because, all right, it's coming out. I was going to say it's starting to get a little difficult. And it is, but because it's like not a braid. So like that can be difficult because if you look right here, this is hair that's tied down to my hair that was a part of the crochet. So we want to go through and be able to wiggle that out just like so. Okay. Woo! If y'all think I look like a plucked chicken, give me some comments in the lower region. I might, but I'm confident in myself. If this video do go viral, I ain't mad. It's okay. As long as somebody's educated from it. Okay. I just thought this was a perfect moment for me to loosen my hair in front of everyone because my clients are always struggling with this. And I could see how it could be a struggle because even right now, the weave has kind of matted a little bit around the base of my bun. So I'm having to go in one by one and pick and pull the hairs because it's past the point of cutting because I don't want to cut my hair because it's too close. You know, it's too close to all my loose little bun right here. But it's coming out slowly but surely. It's not like we knotted it in there. We did a regular traditional crochet, kind of put it in and loop it through. So I think all of our hair is out. Hold on, it's not. I'm going down, I'm finding the loop, wiggling it, and there you go. Grab the loop, wiggle it out. We got another piece. Go down, find the loop, grab it, wiggle it, pull it out. It is just that simple. So, okay. Now I look like a plucked chicken, guys, okay? I got my braids coming up into my ponytail. This is our little bun that we had. And everything was pretty much crocheted down to this. So now because my hair has a tendency to be more dry because if we had to pick which hair type my hair is, it would definitely be a 4, which means that it has a really, really tight curl pattern, like super tight. And my hair is very porous. My hair is fine, but I have a lot of it per square inch. So for that reason, I think that's what my parts always look like, super big, because my hair is just fine. You can just see my scalp really well. So what I want to do now is I want to come through and loosen the ends of this. But what I like to do whenever I'm loosening braids is I like to moisten my hair. Now, the only thing about moistening your hair, and this is actually water. I put it in a Natural Design Essentials Twist and Setting Lotion bottle. So it's just filled with water. So I'll go through and spray my hair. Again, this is not a product that I created. This is a product that we sell at the salon. But I use this. This one is a natural almond and avocado. And this one actually does have the product on the inside of it. It is a super, super awesome product that's really, really good for softening up your hair cuticle and conditioning and moisturizing it as you go through. So what I'm going to do is I like to use just maybe like a quarter size amount, and I'll go through and rub it all over. And it's going to make it so much more easier for my braids to come out, okay? So this braid is kind of small on the end and my nails are not going to be enough to get through it. So just like when you detangle hair on a regular basis, you always want to start from the ends and you detangle. You do not move forward to the next spot until the spot that you're at is detangled, and so on and so forth. So if I get up here and I try to jump up here and start pulling and snatching, you're doing yourself a disservice. You are damaging your own hair. I mean, it is fabric. It's our God-given fabric that grows out of our scalp. So you don't want to tangle it up and beat up on it and snatch on it and all of those things. Oftentimes people desire to have long hair, but then you treat it like you're okay with it staying short. Like you can't be pulling and yanking on your hair. Like if you have to literally pull and snatch, if you have this type of reaction when you pull through somebody's hair and it finally gets through to the end, that means you're pulling too hard. I don't care how kinky their hair is. That is not something that you need to do. So as you guys see, this is my hair up under her. Okay. Okay. Who does that? Okay. So because I've had my hair up like this for about 2 weeks, I'm expecting to see a little bit of shedding. My hair is a lot easier to comb through because I misted it with the water and I put this Design Essentials almond and avocado detangling on it. So once again, this hair is all in the way. We're going to go through and we're going to take out and see, this is all the hair that I lost because I know how to properly detangle my hair. This is just normal shedding that probably took place within this front area over the past week or so. So we have to go through and just comb it properly. I mean 2 weeks because I've had this in for 2 weeks. So now we're going to come back here. This is weave. So I'm just combing through it. I don't trust cutting these because I'm not sure where my hair stops. But if you are just adamant about just cutting it and you want to hurry to get done, you can always take your hair and pull it up to the braid and say, my hair probably starts about there. But I'm not going to cut that because I've already loosened that much. So here we go. We're going through. Again, we're combing from the end of the braid and working our way up. And once you get really good at this, you can move a little faster because you already know what you're doing. Even though detangling little by little by little may seem very tedious and aggravating, it's actually a lot quicker for what it is that you want to do. Okay. So here we go. We're working this out. All right, now it's loose enough to where I can just grab my hands and work through it. And so if you've had hair braids that have been in for an extremely long amount of time and they're matted together, or you have a lot of debris at the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and cut that because it's just tangling more at the end. And you have a lot of debris, dirt, buildup, product buildup, sweat, skin cells, and all of those things bulked up at the bottom. Maybe your hair is beginning to lock because you've left your braids in for so long. This Design Essentials Almond and Avocado Detangler will be your best friend. A lot of ladies are not accustomed to putting product on their hair before they shampoo, but you're going to wash it right out and it's going to be conditioning your hair as you loosen the braids. So don't get too caught up in these knots that's getting caught up. I mean, this is old synthetic hair. So once it starts tangling like that, you can just cut it. Okay, so now what I'm doing is my hair is already moistened, and it has water sprayed on it, which kind of helps to stretch the product a little bit. But if you feel like you need more, put some more product on there, but I've put just enough. So we're working through. You always want to be careful when you get to your edges because you don't want to pull them out. It's a very fragile part of your hair. Okay. So we go by one nodule at a time, and that's the hair removed. So now I'm going to go through and detangle this in a minute, but we've got one more braid to do. So again, we're going to start from the end, and then we will be prepared to shampoo, but lucky me, I've got a hair appointment tomorrow. So I'm going to cheat, and I'm just happy to be able to run my fingers through my hair because my scalp was beginning to itch, and I didn't have a hairstyle to where I could wash it because the part that was smoothed up into the ponytail would have begun to swell up. And so I didn't want to have to be concerned about that, so I decided not to wash it while the style was in. Now, had I had hair braids for a foundation, ooh, this bad boy would have been shampooed about 2-3 days ago, and then I would have been able to maintain the hairstyle. So again, be very careful. Look at that. You see that tangling up? Just kind of work your way through it gently. If you can't get through it gently, there's got to be another solution. We have got to stop snagging and pulling through our hair. You are popping off your children's hair. They don't know how to properly comb their hair as they grow up as adults. They're passing down these bad hair grooming habits to their children. People have even begun to say things like, no pain, no beauty. What's beauty without pain? Who the hell wants to be beautiful if it's painful? You know, I've heard multiple people say that. No pain, no gain. Who the hell be Betty Wright or something? No, it should not be painful when you get your hair done. Now, if you're somebody that has never gotten braids ever in your life, then of course you're gonna have to become accustomed to it. If you never comb your child's hair, if you allow your baby to run around your house with their hair standing up on their head for weeks out, then of course when you sit them down to do their hair, it's going to be painful. It's something foreign to their scalp and to them. You got to train these babies from the time they were born. You got to be rubbing that scalp and combing and brushing that hair so that it's not something that's foreign to them. That's the big idea, you know. And then many times parents will come and they will bring the baby in the salon and expect the hairstylist to be able to work a miracle while the baby's kicking and screaming and disrupting everybody else's service in the salon, giving the hairstylist bad nerves. Come on, you guys, we got to do better. There's too many resources out here for us. You know, we got to become better as a people. I know our culture was taken away from us, but there's no reason why we can't get it back now. There's too many resources. Okay, so this is how I loosened my hair. As you see, there's a few pieces of weave kind of still stuck in there. So now after you loosen your hair, you want to detangle it. Do not, I repeat, do not loosen your hair and leave it just like this and then go put water in it. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen if you do that. Anybody that shampoos hair properly knows that before you put hair under water, you need to detangle it. And you need to detangle that hair because we have cuticles. There are 3 parts to our hair. We have our cuticle, we have our cortex, which is like the meat and potatoes, the main part of the meal. And then we have the medulla, which is the inside, which most people do not have if they are most people don't have if their hair is really, really thin. And so you don't want to put your hair in water and then that cuticle swells up and just makes it tangle more. It happens with human hair on weaves and it happens with actual humans. That's one of the biggest mistakes of the amateur hairstylists is as soon as you come walking into the salon, as soon as you walk into their house, they say, come on over, let me wash you. First of all, you wash clothes, you shampoo hair. Okay? Second of all, You need to be taking people to your station. And when you take them to your station, you're checking their hair out and you're detangling it prior to getting to the shampoo. You're doing yourself a disservice and you're doing your client a disservice by putting water in their hair without detangling. So without any more talking, I'm going to, or before I continue to talk, I'm putting more detangler in my hair. It's really soft. And again, I put a little bit of water to moisturize it and work it through. And I am so proud of my new growth. We actually colored my hair about 6 months ago. And you can look and see all of the new growth. You know, if we stretch this out, this is about 2 inches worth of new growth. So I'm really happy about that. I don't have any plans of growing my hair back on the sides or in the back. Um, and I am excited about my hair. I mean, luckily for me, I am blessed with lots of hair, even though it's thin like my mother's, but it's thick and coarse like my father's used to be. Don't tell him I said that. Because it ain't, he going bald now. But anyway, this is how I loosened my hair. My hair is now detangled. A few things you could use to detangle would be your wide tooth comb. It's really, really easy. You always start from the ends and work your way out just like so. So I'm just picking this out. And that's pretty much it. We're detangled. We're ready to be shampooed. But for me, I'm just going to put this bad boy in an Afro puff today because it's a at-home running errands type of day. We'll be back to business with the general public tomorrow at Melvirus Hair Studio, where we are accepting new clients and we are hiring for natural hairstylists and cosmetologists. And we're also looking for a nail tech. So please stay tuned with us as we begin to grow our wig boutique in the back of our salon. And we will begin to provide commercial hair to the public as well. I thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope that me getting on here and looking like a plucked chicken has allowed you to see how easy it is to loosen your own hair. It's about 32 minutes has gone by, so I'd say it took me roughly about 25 minutes to do because the first 5 minutes of the video was talking. If you guys have any questions or concerns about anything beauty, business, please inbox me, leave me a comment. Feel free to email me at mhs@melvirushairstudio.com. Continue to watch me as I grow as a professional and entrepreneur. I thank you for your support. And I'm going to put this part right in the middle. And we're going to get our Frederick Douglass on.